Combat Convo. You know what it is, man. And we back at it. So
Yeah.
today we discussing D-Von Dudley leaving the WWE. Take it from there, S.
All right. So I was doing my daily scrolling, and I seen some thing that was posted on one of these Facebook wrestling groups about Devon Dudley. Basically, Devon Dudley has turned in his resignation for the WWE. He's leaving. Um, it comes in at a crazy time because with all the things going on with Vince and creative and this and that, you know what I'm saying? So it was leading kind of like a speculation on if it was because of Vince being back or whatever the case may be. But it seems like it's not. Um, there was this one promotion that was holding like a tribute to ECW event. And WWE owns the rights to ECW. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like if you need to use anything that's ECW, you need to go through them first. So I don't think the promotion was using the actual ECW, but they wanted to bring in a few wrestlers from that era, from the ECW promotion. So the Dudley Boys were a part of that. A few other cats were also a part of it. So what ended up happening is that Devon Dudley wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? And he was going to head out there with his partner Bubba. But he had a talk with Triple H, and Triple H was like, well, if you go, I'm gonna have to fire you. That's the way it went. So I guess you know, there was no argument or nothing like that. I guess Devon understood.
Why?
So then he
Why?
was like,
What? So
well,
let me ask you this: Why?
mhm.
Why, if he goes to this thing, he was gonna fire him? Why?
Well, because well, for one, I don't know, like, well, for one, at this point of his career, he's not necessarily an active wrestler. I wouldn't say he is, but I guess he's trying to be active again. Um, for two, like, I don't understand why he was going to get let go if he went. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make no sense to me really, but at the same time, it does because they own the rights to ECW, and when you're when you were WWE, you exclusively the WWE. You know what I mean? So I'm guessing that means for people backstage too. That's former wrestlers. I mean, I don't want to
But
you know
I'm still
mess.
I'm still trying to figure out why would they fire him for going. Did he Was he going to wrestle?
I believe so. I believe so. It seemed that way. It seemed that way. It seemed like he was going to go get in the ring. It seemed that way.
Is
You know what I mean? Everything
is
that
his brother still with
Well,
WWE
Bubba
too?
Ray's still active. Yeah, Bubba Ray's still active. He wrestles for TNA, and he wrestled on other promotions as well in the past.
No, I'm talking
So
about
he's
the
still
WWE. Is he still active in WWE?
who? Bubba Ray? Nah, man, he hasn't been in WWE for
So they
years.
split them up.
Well, well, actually, what had happened was, I believe, they were retired. You know what I mean? They were supposed to be done with wrestling completely. They received I believe they're in the Hall of Fame. So they received their Hall of Fame rings or whatever like that from WWE. I believe they were retired, but Bubba didn't necessarily retire. You know what I mean? I know Devon retired because he had injuries, man, and he had recently, or maybe a year ago or months ago, whatever, he had a surgery. I don't know if it was on his back or something like that, but he did have a surgery. You know, I don't want to get the information mixed up because I'm still trying to dabble as far as like what was going on with that. But I do know they said they was gonna let him go if he steps over and goes to that promotion and does whatever. You know what I mean? So I guess you know, they had disagreements with that, and he was like, "Well, I think it's time for me to go," and he decided that he was gonna dip. So that was what happened. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? And then I see the tweet where he tells everybody that he's going to be parting ways with WWE, and then he says, "Oh, my brother, testify." And whenever he says that, that means they about to get into something. And then Bubba puts down these emojis with eyes, and then something else he put down. And it went from there. So the whole speculation is that everybody seems to think that this means they're gonna get back in the ring, which it could be so, you know what I mean? But nobody knows where they're gonna go. Nobody knows if they are gonna get back in the ring, and nobody knows if they're gonna go to this promotion or that promotion. It seems like it kind of because they've held titles to basically everywhere, bro. Like, I mean, real talk. They've held titles basically at every major promotion. You know what I mean? Every major one. I ain't saying every indie one, but every major one. You know what I'm saying? There's still some promotions that they might not have held any titles at, but I know for every major one, they have held the gold. TNA, they held the gold. ECW, of course. WWE, of course. New Japan, of course. Um, there's some other ones, but I know those are the major ones they held titles at. So it seems like they're eyeing AEW. It
Listen,
seems like
man.
that's
Listen, man.
I know. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yo, man, like, nobody cares, man. Yo, I don't care. Nobody gives a shit if D-Von Dudley left the WWE, man. I'm just saying, I don't care that he left. He doesn't listen, bro. The Dudley Boys was good when they were the Dudley Boys. Solo, they're trash. They're only good when they're together, to me. They're not
I
good apart.
disagree. I disagree to a certain extent. I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, hold up, man. I'm gonna let you talk.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Ahead.
Let me get this out.
All
Dudley
right,
Boys, man. Listen, man. I'm like this, bro. I'm at the point, man, where some of these old wrestlers should have retired 10 years ago. The Dudley Boys should have went out when they were on top. Why are they still doing it? They must have didn't save their money or something. I don't know their finances. I have no idea. And I don't want to pick on their finances. But you should get to the point where if you're making some money, you should build something so you can fall back on it. If you gotta constantly keep wrestling for the rest of your life for $5,000, $2,000, $1,700 a night, and you gotta do all that. Maybe some people have the love for it. I know Jake the Snake did, but these guys end up poor and broke. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care if D-Von Dudley tweeted, testify, and all that stuff, because to me, their glory days has been over. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the point now? Like, okay, you left the WWE. You should have said, it should have been, because what were you doing? I haven't seen him wrestling. When was the last time he wrestled? Probably when in the Royal Rumble, he would wrestle once a year. The last time D-Von did, maybe he do dark matches. I don't know. Maybe he does dark matches when, the lights, when before the crowd gets there, the whole crowd or whatever. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like at this point in his career, him doing that, you got to be a fan like me and you to really care. And I'm a fan, and I don't really care. Like, I don't care. So what? Like, whatever. Like,
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see, what's going to happen. I'm gonna say this, right? as a tag team, they're one of the best tag teams in the world. You could put them in top 10, top 5, top 20, however you want to label it. They're one of the most decorated tag teams in wrestling, period. They're one of the most decorated. Uh as individual singles, as single guys, I can agree to a certain extent that Devon's career as a singles competitor hasn't been as great as Bubba Ray's singles career, or Bully Ray. That's what they call him now, Bully Ray. It hasn't been as great. But I think because they're both different. You know what I mean? They both see wrestling from a different spectrum. You know what I mean? I was reading some things on D-Von Dudley. Um, there's a lot of disagreements that they've had in the past as far as how they look at wrestling now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can't and I feel that's kind of what led them to going their separate ways in the first place. Going their separate ways as wrestlers. I'm not saying going their separate ways as friends, because we all know that they're friends. But I'm saying going their separate ways as wrestlers. Um, what I do think is Bubba Ray, as a singles competitor, was doing his thing. He was the TNA champion. Over in TNA, he held the belt. He's back in TNA right now, feuding with Josh Alexander. Uh, like, he's pretty good as a singles competitor. I'm not even going to front. He doing his thing. He lost weight. He slimmed down. He got a little bit more chiseled. You know what I mean? Real stocky, built on him now. So he doing his thing. I'm not even going front. Like, he really came into his own as a singles competitor. You know, I mean, everybody's different, man. I feel like what really stopped Devon from continuing a singles career is this injuries, man. Injuries plagued him. They both had injuries, but I think Devon probably had the worst of them as far as injuries. But you're right, though. You're right. Uh, I feel like as far as the tag team, their glory days, what I mean, up. Like, I don't feel they should be tagging, but I mean, for nostalgic purposes, it probably would be cool to see them in the
No,
ring.
no, of
We
course,
really,
of course, of course. I would say like he gonna probably be on this show too. We probably gonna have him on here one day as a guest. I'm gonna straight tell him and say, bro, you should have. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be like, listen, I fucked with you when y'all was at the height of y'all career, and I understand. And the questions I may ask him probably would relate to why is he still wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like, at this point, I don't really care because he's got to be in his 50s. You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah.
60s, probably 50s.
Nah, he's not in his 60s. He's not in his 60s. He definitely around, I would say, the 50s, maybe late 40s for both of them.
I
You
don't
know
know
what I mean?
about that.
Around that time, but because, bro, like, I'm not going front, man. Bubba Ray's in pretty good shape, bro. He's in ring condition. Like, I
But look,
see,
but
you
look,
haven't
look,
seen
but
him
dude, but
wrestle.
this is
I've
but this
seen him
about
wrestle
this about
recently.
your boy. This ain't about him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, all right. So this it leads me to say this, right? All right. So in tag team wrestling, all right. Let's just say, right, they actually compete and they actually go to a promotion. Let's say they go to AEW, because that's what people are rumoring right now. So let's say they go to AEW, right, and they start competing in AEW for the tag titles. Bubba Ray, in the condition that he's in, he probably, what I'm saying, could anchor most of that match for Devon. You understand what I'm saying? Until Devon gets in that condition where he can be able to keep up with Bubba Ray. Because they do that a lot in tag team matches. Like, if one person is kind of like, dangling on the fences as far as their in-ring conditioning or here and there, then the other one could like pick up the slack. You don't never tell because they played off so well, but you know what I mean? That's kind of what happens in tag team wrestling sometimes, especially when you got a newbie. So they could probably do something like that and get away with it because they're veterans. Like you know.
I see you
So
gonna be the lawyer of this show today, boy.
bro, I'm just being
Oh,
honest,
come
bro.
on.
I'm
You
just being
gotta be the
honest, man.
lawyer for all these dudes, bro. This guy is a lawyer.
I
Yo,
don't know,
I
man.
swear, you be yo, you lay out the case. You be like, yeah, cause he got to catch up because if he did this, like you lay out the case, Your Honor. Your Honor, Devon, it's not Devon's fault, Your Honor, and here's why.
Hey, man.
Yo,
Hey,
you be
man.
laying out the
Listen.
case for these dudes. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I get
No,
it. You know what
I
I'm saying?
agree. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, like him, man, his glory days is far gone. I agree with you, and he probably would agree with you too. But wrestlers, man, wrestlers are like, you can't. A lot of these wrestlers, man, like, I don't want to say that that's all they got. But a lot of them, man, you can't take it. You can't take it out of them. It's who they are, man. It's part of their identity. So, a lot of times, man, you will see these guys come back for one more match. I just got finished watching Monday Night Raw, the 30th anniversary or whatever of Monday Night Raw. Undertaker was in the ring. He ain't wrestle, but he was in the ring, and you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he had a moment in his mind, well, maybe I could do one more match because
No.
because of the
No, he
no,
did.
bro. If you seen it, if you seen the clip, bro, I'm gonna send you the clip. I'm gonna send you the clip, little clip. He was in the ring with Bray Wyatt, and they had a little, and he whispered in Bray Wyatt's ear because for everybody to know, this weekend Bray Wyatt is wrestling against LA Knight in a lights out match. They never had a lights out match or blackout match, whatever they call it, on WWE television before. So it's gonna be interesting on how they're gonna do this whole match. And they had a moment where Undertaker whispered something in Bray Wyatt's ear. No one heard what it was, and you really couldn't read his lips to see what he was saying. So it was like he whispered something in his ear. He could have been saying, yo, me and you going to lock in one day. You know what I mean?
No, he
So he could
wasn't,
have been
yo.
saying that. No, and you don't know, man.
Oh, man. Come on, man. I don't know. But look, man. Hey, man. Listen, man. I'm going to say this, man. Because we got to get out of here. I'm going to say this. D-Von Dudley, bro, just enjoy your retirement. You are a legend. You had classic matches beyond classic matches. You're a legend, bro. Now maybe you want to come back for the sport of it, cool. But I don't think people are gonna lose sleep that you left the WWF because, to be honest with you, even though the WWE made the Dudley Boys big, the Dudley Boys ain't really known for WWE. Everybody knows the Dudley Boys for ECW. Period. So I can
Back.
understand why he would want to go back. But the Dudley Boys stand out. The whole Dudley family stood out. It was just, it was something different. You know what I'm saying? The brother, Devon Dudley, and everybody was like, they brothers. Oh, they brothers. They're black and white. It's like, yeah, they're brothers, even though they're not brothers. But like I think that that was a very, very unique pairing. You know what I'm saying? And they did things that no wrestler probably would ever do. But they were legit. I would put them in my top 10. They'd probably be number 10 best out of all teams, tag teams of all time. They'd probably be number 10. You know what I'm saying? Because they had too many great moments. But I'm just saying, just Devon, just chill, bro.